Hello, I'm Miss Consalvo, Head of Science at Caulfield School, and I'm just going to talk to you for a short while about science at Corfe Hills and what your son or daughter can expect from science during the remainder of their GCSE. Um, at Corfe Hills. So first of all, we need to address what course students are doing and how they can best make progress in science. I'm sure you are aware whether your son or daughter is doing the combined science or the separate sciences, sometimes called triple science. But just to make it clear, most of our students are following the combined science GCSE and will get 2 grades at the end of year 11. And the rest of our students are doing triple science, which means they get 3 grades. All the GCSE science exams are at the end of year 11. There are 2 tiers of entry, and the higher tier of entry will allow students to achieve grades 4 to 9, whereas the foundation grades go from 1 to 5. There are 2 papers for each science. So students will sit 2 biology, 2 chemistry and 2 physics papers. That includes separate sciences, the difference being that the separate science exams are about half an hour longer. So 2 papers for each science, and that incorporates the practical work that students have done in class as well. And the required practical component makes up about 15% of the papers. And students have a lab book for those required practicals. Further information about the course that we follow, as you can see, it's the AQA course there with the code at the top, can be found on the Corfe Hills website, or alternatively go to the AQA website and you will find full details of what your son or daughter can expect and the specification for their science GCSE. Now, on to how we make progress in science, particular to here to Corfe Hills School. So obviously preparation for exams, mock exams and the real exam is really, really important. And hopefully you are already aware of a lot of what I'm going to say, but it's always good to have a bit of a reminder. First of all, students should have a revision guide. You can see the combined science one in the top right of your screen there. It's a white book with the blue and the red writing. So triple science students also have 3 separate revision guides for biology, chemistry and physics. Those revision guides are issued by the school on loan. However, students can choose to purchase them from the LRC if they want to, and they can approach their class teacher to ask more details on that if necessary. We also sell a CGP 10-minute test book. And those are really, really good for sort of quick fire 10-minute quizzes, just a little bit of refresher of key concepts that students actually particularly like doing, especially part of the revision workshop or where they just want to do a little bit of revision. Obviously, students make notes in class, and their class notes also will provide them with good detail on what they should be revising for their exams. We often use past paper questions and things like that, so all of that's really good to look through. We also subscribe to the website mygcsescience.com, and hopefully you are familiar with that website. If not, please do have a look at it yourselves and just see that what it's all about. It's basically a series of online video tutorials with exam questions and multi-choice quizzes that hopefully students have been using already, obviously. However, it is really, really good, and their whole course is online. Now, there has been a case where a student in the past, I think they were in hospital for some reason, they didn't have any science lessons, and all they did was work through all the MyGCSE science, and they actually achieved a grade 8. That's not to say everybody can achieve that just by going through MyGCSE science, but it is a really, really good way to have online tutoring really for science. So that students do really need to be using that well, and that's going to really help them in the long run. Now, students will have 2 mock exams during the year. The first set will be paper 1 for biology, chemistry, physics. The second set is paper 2. And those mock exams will be kept in a little folder. marked by the teachers, and then we will go through the papers in class as part of what we call tip time or target to practice, and they will get feedback on their paper with a minimum of 2 video clips from My GCSE Science that they will be required to watch and make notes on and do the questions for and the multi-choice quiz. The teachers will track that they've done that because we can see that if they've done it online. Once they've done that and they've been through their mock paper in class with their purple pen, we'll be looking at doing a retest in class on any particular topic areas that students have found particularly difficult, and then we'll repeat the process again for paper 2. So that's basically it for how the rest of your son or daughter's course is going to progress in year 11. If you do have any questions, the school website is a really good port of call. Just go on and have a look. Alternatively, please do get in touch with either your child's class teacher or myself, cconsalvo@corfhills.net, and I will be happy to talk to you further. Thank you.